certainly made a difference since he's come from Canberra in Australia, and you know, he's a good player, and Canberra are the most successful side in Australia, and he's making Warrington a successful side. I think the influence is there for everybody to see.
Referee Jim Smith there, insisting that Kevin Ellis was offside at the scrum, so Neil Summers puts the ball to touch in the first Bradford attack. Using Tony Marchant there, number 5, former Castleford player. Bradford spent a lot of money to change their style. They bought a lot of backs in recent months. And offside. Now then, what's John Pendlebury going to do? Really, he should go for goal, and he is. Mr. Smith from Halifax in his first major final. He's been around for 8 seasons in the Grade 1. It's Mr. Smith, and certainly he wants to keep these two sides well apart. So, David Hobbs to go for goal. David Hobbs, the Northerns player coach, just waiting for the sand bucket. This is something that came in from Australia, John, isn't it? The sand bucket and the little mounds of sand. We never had this up to 1982 tour.
Oh, well, I think the groundsmen now, you know, I think they appreciate the fact that we don't dig up their pitches, and, you know, it's good that they can bring some sand on.
I just wonder what great goal kickers like Joe Phillips and Bradford Northern full-back or Jim Sullivan would say about mounds of sand, but will not grumble. Now, Hobbs, take his kick. There it is, 2 points. Easy goal from David Hobbs. His 37th of the season, and of course it's just this one that matters, because that puts Bradford in the lead. 2 points to 0 already. Nothing like early points on the board to give confidence to a side. Hobbs player coach, Pendlebury the captain. David Hobbs here, more of the tactical man, and John Pendlebury the shouter, the urger on. Here Wilkinson. Not seen him on our screens this year. We saw a young promising lad, Andrew Moxon, at full-back, and Wilkinson, very experienced player. As John Mooney said, good defence here from Warrington. And Noble, number 9, hooker for Bradford, former Great Britain captain in '84 tour, very experienced again. That's a good ball, but not taken. Oh, well taken to Drummond. And Warrington's first chance now. Neil Harmon. Warrington, as Brian Johnson, the coach, said, moving the ball out wide. The dummy from Cullen. A good dash by Billy McGinty. Very light back row for Warrington. Mercer, that's a good ball. Bateman can't take it. No advantage. Mr. Smith just having a word with John Hamer, says, look, play to the whistle. That could have been dangerous, John.
It was dangerous. It was a bad pass from Gary Mercer, but here's Mercer, just unloaded the ball very late, went over his head, so it wasn't a great pass.
Bradford again, in possession. Ian Wilkinson, very big lad, 14.5 stone, can do the job of a forward when near the line, can bring the ball away. Bradford Northern beat Workington, Bramley, Wigan, and then Giant Killers, Rochdale Hornets in the semi-final to get here to Headingley. Warrington disposing of Runcorn, Lee, St Helens, and then the favourites, Goodness. But a good kick there from David Hobbs. Both sides, John, using the kicks to gain advantage.
Well, Hobbs is a main kicker for Bradford, and he does take a few chances when he's in his own half, so he's prone to kick a couple out on the full.
Forster. Nice to see Mark Foster, number 5 there, back in action. Been out for a long, long time. Dwayne Mann looking for some ball, just not there. But Warrington's certainly moving this ball at great pace about the line. That's a good ball to Ellis. Oh, Bateman, he's got a yard on the outside. Drummond can't take it. I think a little inexperience there from number 3, Alan Bateman. Possibly would have been advised to have held on.
Yeah, here's Bateman in a bit of space, and he gets between the two centres. He's on the outside. Des Drummond takes a great run down the inside, and if it would have been a good ball, it could have been a try.
But they're back in play, and certainly the Warrington crowd really getting behind the wire now. Warrington forwards bunching in the middle. Just noticed them there. 1, 2, 3, 4 to contain this Bradford Northern pack down here. They're not allowing much movement around the rucks. Hit it. Hobbs again. Moving forward with the kicks. It's a good one. Good kick by David Hobbs.
Yeah, he likes to kick the ball down that 10-yard, the channel between the sideline and the 10-yard line. And like I said, he takes a few chances when he gives the ball a little bit of air. But on that occasion, he kept it low and it bounced, and it was a great kick.
Wheeled around. As I said, a lighter back 3 from Warrington. It actually contains two former wingmen in that second row, Mercer and Billy McGinty. But who knows, perhaps their speed could tell. Mercer. Some very powerful tackling going on here. Pendlebury there on Gary Mercer. O'Sullivan. And Bateman loses the ball again. John, I get the feeling that Warrington are throwing this ball around everywhere, perhaps a little too early in this game.
I think they are trying to move the ball very wide, and they're taking their chances. Early in the game, you usually find most teams like to go down the middle, Ray, but Warrington is certainly prepared to give the ball some air.
Bradford, more solid, simple, professional style, coming down this middle, using this big pack. And Gerald Caudle. Been a huge success since coming into the game with this man, Gerald Caudle. Hobbs again, driving them forward. Noble, Pendlebury. That's a nice kick. Oh, well taken by David Lyon. And I think if anyone thought there were any doubts about that eye injury there, he was looking into the sun. He'd no problem. And just look at the speed of this Warrington side. How quickly they're playing. Oh, superb run by Mercer. It's got Lyon inside him. Can't get the ball away. But this is 100-mile-an-hour rugby by Warrington to Drummond. I think they realise they've got that extra yard of pace. But certainly there's no rest. O'Sullivan, the short ball to Harmon. That's a good run by this prop forward. Warrington's most consistent forward this season, number 8, Neil Harmon. Hamer can't get the ball away. Hobbs loses it. And how many times have we seen Warrington lose this ball, John, so early?
Yeah, well, they're taking the chances with the ball, and it's a game that you've got to take your chances when you get the opportunity to score some points. They've made some great runs from deep in their own half, but they just need to get some points when they get down there.
Northern bringing it away. Certainly Bradford had pressure on them, but just managed to hold on. Good tackle. Very good tackle. I think, Alex, certainly Brian Johnson can't be too happy with all this lost possession on the Warrington side. I don't think...
Terry Hudson is. What we've got here, Terry, surely got off to a good start. Bradford quite happy?
Yeah, we're 2 points ahead. If we continue and play as we are doing, I'll be quite happy.
Warrington dropping a little bit of ball, and obviously that's suiting you.
Yeah, they spilled a few balls when they've been in good positions.
And obviously you're relying on David Hobbs a lot with a kick.
Yeah, David's kicking game is going to be a big part of the event. Like, if he gets his kicking game right, you know, then I'm sure this will stop Warrington's block defence, which they have got off to a tee.
Well, I think you might be happy, but I think on the other bench there might be a few problems, because certainly Warrington are putting the ball down a little bit too often in this early stages.
Well, chance here now for David Lyon. He was coming in here, John.
Yeah, he's taking the ball up here. It's just a good tackle. There's 2 or 3 men in the tackle, and like all teams early in the game, they just overplay the holding down. They're just holding down just too long. That's a judgment call from the ref.
Well, David Lyon, not the regular kicker, but I can assure you that assistant coach Clyde Griffiths had him out practicing on high school fields yesterday afternoon, and he was certainly putting the ball between the posts. Let's see if he can do it again 24 hours later. Looking to equalise. Just to the left of the post there. So the one miss there from David Lyon. Not a bad attempt, but possibly a little breeze just getting up now, swung it away. So still Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 0. To O'Sullivan. Warrington possibly haven't got the back trio, John, the 2 second rows of loose forward, really to cause much problems down the middle.
Yeah, although I think with Fairbank suspended, Ray, I think there's a bit of equalising there, and any side that's got Gary Mercer playing in the back row has certainly got plenty of mobility, because he's a big, strong, fast player.
Ellis to O'Sullivan. That was well read there by number 4, Roger Simpson. Simpson was in doubt early this week with knee ligament trouble, but a good defender in the centre. That's a good run again from Harmon. Lyon. That's a good high ball. The sun's in 1 or 2 eyes, but well taken. Good take by Neil Summers. Another good kick from Lyon. And Wilkinson again, as I said, helping to relieve his forwards. When you've got a full back as big as this, he can give the back a rest. Darryl Shelford. The pitch burning up very well after all the rain we've had recently. Hobbs again, kicking down that short side. He likes to get himself into position. Oh, it's a pinpoint kick. A superb kick, 40 yards from this big, powerful Northern player coach. He loves that position, doesn't he, John?
Well, it's a very risky kick too, Ray. I mean, if 1 foot either way, and you know, it's a 40-yard gain, or it's a handover way back where he kicked the ball. So it's a risky kick, but he's a very good kicker of the ball.
Warrington scrum. Forster again. Dwayne Mann sensibly coming away there. The Warrington pack were not quite ready. Tremendous run there by youngster Gary Chambers. Really took some pulling down. Good support play there from number 9, Dwayne Mann. Warrington now on the attack. Billy McGinty. If either of these 2 second rows, number 12 McGinty or number 11 Mercer, get half a chance. They've got the speed of a centre. Ellis. Strong footballer. This lad from Bridge End.
I think if you keep your eye on Chris O'Sullivan, usually where Chris O'Sullivan goes, that's where the football goes, and just gives you a little bit of tip-off when you're playing a side like Warrington, that wherever Chris O'Sullivan goes, that's where the football goes.
Good battle between these half-backs. Number 7 there, Brett Eatey from New Zealand, from Auckland. And Hobbs again, trying to work himself across there, but a good tackle by Neil Harmon. Has he done himself some damage to his ankle? Not too much, I think. And I think Brian Noble wanting a run on the blind side. No. To Hamer. Pendlebury this time, and another good kick. Well, Pendlebury and Hobbs certainly pushing this Bradford Northern side forward.
They are too, and if they can kick the ball into the touch, probably Bradford Northern, one of the best scrummaging sides that we've played against this year, and they've got a very big pack, and they're always a chance to win a scrum against the feed with a big push. So, you know, they're good odds in their favour.
Good run, well away there by Ellis. Great man. Ellis again, the long ball. Oh, that's a good ball to Foster. Can't go wrong. And in fact, commits the sin there of going into touch. Mr. Unsworth signifies that they've been pushed into touch, and tackles, vital tackles lost there.
Yeah, he takes the odds here to beat Caudle on the outside. Now, there's not enough room there. Big, strong winger in defence, and he just muscles him over the sideline.
Bradford again coming away now with this ball. Lancashire teams have dominated the Regal Trophy in the past 5 seasons. Wigan, in fact, 4 times, and St Helens. So Bradford here winning 2 points to 0. Looking to help the White Rose cause. 20 minutes gone, still 1 goal separating the 2 sides. Bradford 2, Warrington 0. Again, not quite this time, but it certainly sends Lyon back scuttering on his own line. Oh, good play by David Lyon. Warrington certainly adventurous. Ellis again had to take the ball away. The Warrington pack was not back there.
And Ray, I think it's interesting to note that Bradford have probably kicked the ball a lot more than Warrington, and Bradford is the team that's playing into the wind. So by kicking the ball early and kicking the ball consistently, they've stopped the Warrington kicking game a little bit.
Neil Harmon has a look there who made that tackle. It was certainly a fierce one. And there is a Warrington kick. Just a slight breeze. Warrington, Alec, not really using the kicking game.
Well, I think what's happening now, Ray, obviously Warrington are the lighter side, but they're taking chances. I've gone with me now, Clive Griffiths, the Warrington assistant coach. Clive, happy up to now?
Well, I think it's going to be another nerve jangler, Alec. I'm happy up until now. We are making breaks. It's like in the semi-final, well, we didn't finish them off. We've just got to stick in there and hope that the pass sticks.
But are you happy with the way that Warrington have started? You're losing a little bit of ball. You can't be too happy about that.
No, as I've said, we've made some unforced errors, and it's cost us a lot of possession. But you know, we'll stick in there. And when we stick at it, we'll do okay.
Ellis coming away from this scrum. Good run there. He's strong and he's fast, this lad. Warrington now 5 yards from the Bradford line. To Dwayne Mann. Cullen looks for the dummy. He gets it. Chambers having a good game, this lad Chambers, but I think he was set up with that pass. He was standing still. McGinty. Good defence here from Bradford. But the pressure on now. Ellis again. Oh, that's a good ball. Foster, he wanted to come inside. Well, he's gone into touch again, so twice now, Foster has wasted tackles. I think there was a complaint there, John, that in fact he was pulled into touch.
Well, it's a judgment call from the referee, but here he is, and he takes Caudle on and takes the odds about getting over the outside. Caudle's just too big and strong, and, you know, the momentum had, oh, well, I'd see a penalty there, but that's up to the referee.
I think that was definitely a penalty. No, never mind, we play on. Bradford ball, Wilkinson again. Warrington losing vital time with the ball. Despite the half breaks, despite the good passing, just the the one David Hobbs goal, the difference between the two sides.
They certainly don't take many chances, Bradford. They just plug away and keep going down the middle. They just keep taking 5 and 6 yards at a time, and you know, it's a good system that works well.
Eat it. No, not gone. Difficult pass to take. Brett Eaty, small, squat, stocky man, but just couldn't take that pass. Slotted into rugby league quite well since arriving from Auckland in June. Ellis, that's a good ball. Good switch by O'Sullivan again. Bateman, and he's lost it again. Marchant. Every time Warrington looked promising, John, the ball goes to the floor.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be too much now, but you got to take your chances in these big games, and you got to get some points.
Shelford. Warrington forcing the play all down at this end of the field. Just the relieving kicks of Hobbs and Pendlebury pushing the wire back. Noble again, coming forward down the middle, as John Morley said, and it is a question, John, as well. It's a bit like boxing, isn't it? This pack keep coming on you all the time, and can you absorb it?
Well, it's not a preliminary fight, it's a main event, so you know, it's got to go the 15 rounds if you want to talk about fighting, and 15 rounds is a long way to go.
Ellis to Bateman. Neil Harmon. Gary Mercer, Bateman. Again, good tackling by that man, Roger Simpson. He's only a small guy, about 5.5 feet, but he certainly packs the punch. Now then, is that another 6 tackles? I don't think so. Here's a chance. Yes, Mr. Smith has waved another 6 tackles. Foster.
Notice he cut back inside that time, Ray.
Chambers, I like the looks of this youngster, John.
Yeah, he's playing very strongly and he's doing a good tough job down the middle. Hard yards in the middle and he's getting some.
McGinty. But this is good, solid defence by Bradford Northern. Paul Medley there, the second row. Again, Mercer. Gary Mercer, the second row. Was a wingman from New Zealand, now operating out wide as a second row. Highly effective against Widnes in the semi-final. Sullivan. That's a good kick. It's a tester for Wilkinson. He's up to it. Beatty. Warrington 10th in Division 1 at the moment. Just 2 points above the relegation zone, but really playing well since Christmas. And Bradford really pounding it now. These forwards beginning to find the gaps. Paul Medley. Hobbs again, down his favourite side, but he misses it that time. Gets the ball back. But no. Referee Mr. Smith insisting that that ball just ricocheted off a Warrington player. So the handover on the 6th tackle. Cullen, O'Sullivan, McGinty. Alex, Bradford Northern must be happy with this defence, but sooner or later somebody's got to get the ball over the try line, haven't they?
Well, obviously, we've got a difference in style of play. Bradford play the simple game where they don't lose the ball, and they're making Warrington make 1 or 2 mistakes. And I think the Bradford bench are quite happy at this moment in time.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Alex, I'm quite happy with 12 points here. You know, I just hope it stays that well half-time. I'll be quite pleased.
Obviously, David Dobbs, again, is very, very important. But you seem to have more kickers than what Warrington have got. You've got Jem Pendlebury and David Dobbs.
Yeah, with Johnny Pendlebury, David Dobbs, Neil Summers also has a good kicking game. Even Brett Eaty, yeah, with 3 or 4 players that have decent kicking games.
Well, it's going well up to now, Ray, but there's a long time to go.
Good little run there by Eaty. 2 little powerful pack men there, Drummond and Eaty, neither giving way. In every match this season, John, in this Regal Trophy, we've had very few tries in the first half. It's been sort of a wall of attrition, hasn't it?
We have. I think that's the way rugby league's developing now. You know, both teams like to feel each other out. It's a bit of a battle in the middle of the park, and the tries come in the second half.
Ellis, good ball. Tony Thornley came in this morning when Chris Rudner was injured. Forster. Warrington putting and a penalty. Yes. A penalty against Neil Summers for holding down. Warrington certainly wanted a quick play the ball. I think they want to catch this big Bradford Northern pack out, but held down there.
Yeah, here's Mark Foster. He just takes off and gets out of that area. He comes in here nice and quick. 2-man tackle there, so the 2 men are in the tackle. But again, you watch the referee, they're looking at the players, and he rules that they hold him down too long.
So, another good chance for David Lyon. Just 21, 22 yards out to the left of the posts. Just 20 goals to his credit this season. Warrington had a lot of trouble with their goal kickers. They've tried 2 or 3 players. But Lyon has been as consistent as any. Already missed 1. But no trouble with that one. 2 points from David Lyon's trusty boot. So Warrington all square now. Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 2. Good kick by Lyon. They may not be too far out, but there's certainly pressure kicks. When you get to a final, it's a test of nerves. And skipper Pendlebury to restart. Just on the half hour in this match. Ellis to Cullen. Earning a well-earned testimonial, Paul Cullen. 10 seasons at Wilderspool with Warrington. Played man, very seasoned hooker, New Zealand from the Glenora club in Auckland. That was a good tackle. Very good tackle by number 11 there, Paul Medley. Round the legs. Chambers again, gets it to McGinty. Mercer. That's better from Warrington. That's a good kick from David Lyon. Excellent kick, 60-yarder. Puts play right down to the other end. And good cover from McGinty there and Cullen. You need the chasers, John, don't you? Yeah,
that was a great chase. He's certainly a big fullback, Wilkinson, and you know, I know at Wigan we always like to kick away from him and make him run across the park a little bit because he is such a big fellow, and he, you know, like you said, he does the job of a front rower.
Oh, waves play on to the referee. 6 more tackles now to Warrington on this 25-yard line. Ellis again. Mercer just can't get the ball away. Good tackle by John Pendlebury. But Warrington looking for the quick play of the ball. Alan Bayman clutching that ball. He's had a couple of drops. But certainly very quick is Bateman if he gets half a chance. Ellis. Good ball. Superb ball to Cullen now then. He's got support outside him. Foster coming inside. Well, I think on that occasion it probably would be better to have kept outside, but still it's Warrington on the attack. It's Ellis again. And another penalty. Well, rather silly there from Brian Noble. Ellis was wanting to get the ball played. Brian Noble was interfering with this lad. He's a fiery customer. And Dwayne Mann just checking what the decision was. But it's a kickable chance again to David Lyon. And all 3 penalties against Bradford have been conceded for holding down.
Well, here's Kevin Ellis bringing the ball up into the Bradford defence. It's a good low tackle from Brian Noble. He gets him right around the ankles. Again, another player in on top of the tackle, but what we didn't see was that Brian Noble pulled his feet out when he got up to play the ball.
It's significant that all 3 penalties against Bradford, John, have been conceded up to play the ball for holding. So, David Lyon looking to put Warrington in the lead for the first time. It'll only be a slender lead, but a lead nevertheless. And he does. 2 more points from the trusty boot there of Lyon. Warrington now 4 points to 2, and certainly, as far as the Wires fans are concerned, and David Lyon, nothing wrong with that eye injury. He was poked in the eye against OKR accidentally. Has been in hospital for 4 or 5 days. Internal bleeding, but certainly he's fine now. Just 5 minutes remaining then in this first half. A very tight first half, but a very entertaining first half. Good, sound, solid rugby league. And these 2 props for Warrington now beginning to do the job. Neil Harmon at number 8. And Gary Chambers. These 2 props, Alec, I think, for Warrington doing the job. They certainly must be pleased with them.
Well, Ray, how times can change. We now have a smiling Warrington bench because obviously 2 quick penalties, and that's put you in front, Clive. What do you think now?
Yes, I'm glad we're in front, Alec, now, because they can relax a little bit. We're forcing things a bit earlier. We've got the lead now, and that's just the right thing to do. Let's just keep them down there now.
But you seem to be, putting Bradford under a little bit more pressure. A better kicking game, and obviously you're playing the game a little bit quicker, as though you stepped up a gear.
Yeah, I think that stemmed from getting in front. I think we were panicking a little bit early on, and Dave Lyons is kicking very well from full-back, getting us down there. We're chasing hard and working well from marker.
Well, they certainly look as though they're doing it at the moment.
Yes. The Bradford pack here being contained by these slighter but quicker Warrington forwards moving in, but a long time to go. And offside, is it, I think? Yes, it is. Offside in midfield. And I think what's happening here with Warrington, John, they are coming in very, very quick on the outside, like an umbrella defence, aren't they? Clamping the ball with the Bradford Northern pack.
Yeah, they're very keen to get up, but, they're just... The main key to defence is that they must look at that referee. And they know when they look at the referee that they're onside or offside, so that's a terrible penalty for them to give away on the 5th tackle.
Hamer, good, powerful charging run. Just 4 minutes left in this first half, no doubt. Some players there will welcome the 10 minutes rest. It's been very hard, especially for these forwards up front. Strong, hard tackling. Number 9 there, Dwayne Mann, forcing Pendlebury back. David Lyon sensibly allowing the bounce of the ball there to take it to him. Oh, that's a bad slip. I think Gary Mercer there, very keen to get into the move. Made a wonderful switch into the pack. Well covered. Good loose forward play on both sides there. Good loose forward play by Pendlebury, trying to switch the blind side, but well covered by Paul Cullen on the other pack. And Northern, have they weathered the storm? Looking for points before the half-time hooter to Wilkinson. Summers. Well, Bradford in possession, John, go back 15 yards.
Yeah, it's certainly good defence when you can get the opposition for a loss when they're attacking you. It's good backline defence. Push them up. They've got to have a bit of depth to move the ball across the park.
Pendlebury, good ball to Paul Medley now then. Here's one forward who can run to the corner. Good tackle by Lyon. Excellent tackle by David Lyon, but there is the danger man, Paul Medley. And another penalty. Again for lying on at the play the ball. I like these decisions by Jim Smith. We have to get the game as fast as we can. And certainly there should be no interference. Now then, Northern are taking the tap. They're not going for goal. Keeping the pressure on. Just 2 minutes remaining in this half. Bradford. Eating. Senses the line. Looks for the line. Doesn't quite get there. Pendlebury. Oh, good slip to Hobbs, but well read. Danger here for Warrington. Warrington leading 4 points to 2. Summers, that's a good ball. To Simpson. Simpson, he's got Marchant on the outside. Just look at that tackle by Des Drummond there on Tony Marchant. Fairly rocked him back. But still Northern on the attack. Roger Simpson. And the 5th tackle coming up. No. Too deep by John Pendlebury. So Warrington breathe again. They weather the storm. And I'm sure with just under a minute left in this first half, they'll want to hold it to these forwards.
Yeah, I think David Hobbs might have made a bad decision there by not taking a kick at goal there. There's only a couple of minutes to half-time, and he elected to go for the try. 2 points on offer in a final. It's always you always have a go for the 2 points.
O'Sullivan, Cullen. There it is. There is the hooter. Hard 40 minutes, especially for those men there, like number 8 Neil Harmon, but I'm sure enjoyable for the supporters. Just Bradford Northern 2 and Warrington 4. The two sides there moving off to the new dressing rooms beneath the main stand there, a cost of £1 million, and I'm sure they'll welcome those dressing rooms. But a good first half.
Mike, your assessment of that first half, obviously, as Warrington captain, you'd rather be out there.
Yes, for sure, Paul. I mean, it's been tough on both sides. The tackling's been tremendous. Just on an occasion, we made the break, but we've let the ball go to ground. It's unfortunate, but we've just got to keep hold of the ball and play for 6. Just one missed tackle could win this game, and I just hope that Warrington don't do it.
Now, they certainly started off and rattled you early on.
Yeah, they have. I mean, it's all credit to Bradford. They're a big, strong side. Certainly a lot bigger and powerful than us. But our plan is to run them ragged for the first half, and hopefully our strength and stamina in the second half will tell.
Now, you need to get the ball out wider a bit quicker at times, don't you?
Yeah, we've been very static. We seem to be just catching and passing instead of hitting the ball on the field, taking it to the advantage line, drawing the man and simply just passing the ball on. It's simple football which will win a tie like this.
Is that the platform for you to win the trophy, do you think, that first half performance?
Certainly run the big forwards about and get them tired, then hopefully the last 20 minutes of the second half he'll tell and our fitness will show.
Now, how's your voice? A lot of shouting.
I've got a bit of a throat infection. It's too much training done in South Wales.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
We'll be back for the second half. As usual with rugby league, the match will probably open up in that second half.
No, he's done a good job.
And we hear that 2 substitutes have been made. Halliwell for Tony Marchant on the wing. A slight concussion in the tackle. And on this Warrington side, Mark Thomas coming on in the pack for Gary Chambers. I think Gary Chambers done the job he'd been brought in to do. The 40 minutes, hard graft, solid enforcer. And Mark Thomas, John, a little bit more of a ball player.
Yeah, he's another front row that's a very strong player as well, and he did a great job in the first half, the front row. So, you know, to be able to bring a player on as good as Thomas, they're in a good position.
And well, we've got Kevin Ellis here actually at number 7, and a lot will depend on him, I think. And there is Ellis, already setting wires in motion. 40 minutes to go to settle the destiny of this trophy. Warrington's 6th final appearance, and Bradford's 3rd. Bradford shown good form this season, lively play, 5th in Division 1. A side always to be feared when at Oxford, the home ground. Lyon. And Warrington, as we saw in the last 10 minutes of the first half, employing a better kicking game now. And a good chasing game, keeping Bradford Northern there. And there is number 14, Phil Helliwell. Good run by David Croft, number 12, the youngster coming in for Carl Fairbank. Hamer.
I don't think they'll play out the 6 tackles. No, the ball's gone to Hobbs now, and he's banged another one in that 10-yard channel down the sideline. It's a good kick. They'll probably kick early in this half, I think.
Why would you say that, John?
Oh, well, I think they've got a little bit of a breeze behind them, and you know, it saves a lot of hard work for the forwards, and their forwards might be feeling the pinch a little bit with the bigger pack.
Chris O'Sullivan looking for support, finds it there in Billy McGinty, lad from the Widnes Tigers Amateur Club, and Gary Mercer from 12,000 miles away to the side of the world. Bay of Plenty in New Zealand, but both combining to a good second row. Connolly loses the ball, but play on. Well, the ball didn't go to the ground. It hit a Bradford player and ricocheted back. So not a knock-on. And Chris O'Sullivan leading the charge there. This very experienced lad from Canberra Raiders. Warrington on the attack. Good long ball to Bateman. Doesn't get through though. Cullen, the short ball to Harmon. Charging down, shows a good turn of speed.
Hey, off him! Get away! Please! Please! Lead off!
And Ellis. Once or twice we've seen these Warrington players trying to execute a move before they've actually got hold of the ball.
On that occasion, Ray, I didn't really think he knew what Dwayne Mann was doing. He showed the ball inside. You know, let's take his eyes off the ball. You know, you've got to watch the ball right into your hands.
So, relief for Bradford Northern. Of course, Northern trailing by 4 points to 2. And Wilkinson, again, as we've seen in that first half, helping out his forwards. Pendlebury likes to slip the ball. There is one. That's good. Now then, Summers tries the dummy. He still gets it away to Helliwell. That was a good attempt by Helliwell. Good one-handed pass. But the gap was there on the outside, but well covered there by number 11 for Warrington, Gary Mercer. Cullen. O'Sullivan still trying to put that ball out wide. That was a good tackle. The force of the tackle there caused Mercer to lose the ball. Wilkinson again. Takes some pulling down, this lad. Needs a forward to tackle him. Hobbs. Bradford looking to launch this lad, Paul Medley, out wide. £110,000 club record buy from Halifax. Itty. Not really been able to find the gaps this afternoon, Brett Itty. Hobbs again. That is the gap. And that's a good kick. Shrewd kick again by David Hobbs. 35 yards, puts pressure on Warrington. Very experienced player. And that's the push. That's the push that Bradford can do, and they win that ball. Is he going for the line? And has he lost it? Well, he's lost it. Little Brett Hitty was going for the line, and you can do that as well. But still, well, John.
Well,
what about all that?
Well, I was just going to say before that scrum, these are the scrums that Bradford like to hit you with a six-man push. And as I thought it, they did it. So it's certainly a good ploy that they use.
And here's a good run by David Lyon. Superb play from their own line. Started by Dwayne Mann. And it's Warrington now on the attack. Sullivan, look for support to Thomas. Now that ball, was it stopped by Simpson? Still going. Cullen. Oh, he's come inside. McGinty. Here's McGinty again. The gaps. Can't get the ball away. But as I suspected, another 6 tackles. It did hit Roger Simpson. Ellis. Good ball to Harman. And suddenly the game comes alive. It's a 2-1. Drummond. What did Des Drummond come inside for? Surely there was a 2-1 overlap there. Drummond came inside. Bateman had to put the ball inside. And John, the chance was lost.
Well, it was a chance. It was a chance to score some points. It's a flick pass back inside to Des, but it just wasn't a great pass. But Drummond should have caught that.
And the foot up. The foot up against Warrington. So all that good play by Warrington.
Well, Warrington probably just tried to pinch one back off Bradford like Bradford did down the other end, but they went about it in a different way than Bradford and were penalised for it.
But good cover there by Bradford. The defenders got back to that corner. There were 2 men around Drummond when he came inside. But I think a chance for Warrington to increase their lead. Lost. Itty. That's a good ball to David Croft. Play on, waves Mr. Smith. And there's a lot of manoeuvring there. Had to play the ball. Good play by John Pendlebury. You can strike at the play of the ball. The law is that once the ball touches the floor, both players can strike at the ball. Not many players do it these days. Hobbs. Alex, Warrington again, missing the chances.
Well, we think down here now, Terry, I think that was a bit of a let-off by Des Drummond. Really should have stayed out or come inside. That was a bad miss.
Yeah, well, I thought he took the right option to come inside as he did it, but as I say, it was a good pass and a bad mistake on Des's part. He dropped the ball.
I think what you've got to think of now is, I see you getting a little bit excited here, telling the lads to move up on the Warrington. Are you a bit worried about they've got a little bit more pace?
Yeah, we're standing back, we're letting them run at us. With 3 or 4 tackles, they're making something like 30-40 metres. It's not good enough. They're doing a good job in defence. They're moving, they're rushing us quick. We have got to do the same.
Well, I think both sides are making a mistake, but it's a typical cup tie and it's a very good game.
Well, certainly it is a cup tie now, and Jim Smith, you could call it a friendly word there with David Croft for a foul in that tackle. But certainly I don't think Gary Mercer will be too friendly with him at the moment.
Yeah, here we see the ball come out and goes to Mercer. Mercer brings the ball up strongly like he always does. Croft is number 10 there. He goes down on top of him and, you know, maybe a little extra work in the tackle.
But Mercer seems fit enough again. Mark Thomas, Warrington substitute. Father also used to play for this Warrington club. To McGinty. Just 10 minutes gone, and already I think we can see that 1 or 2 gaps beginning to emerge on the outsides. Cullen playing the ball to himself. Again, a player can do that in rugby league if he's not being marked. Ellis using the ball. That's a good ball to Bateman. The gap was there. That was good, sensible play. The long ball from Ellis and the short from Sullivan. Good kick. Oh, Cordell, what is he doing? And again, I think that problem there being caused by Cordell. He wanted the ball to roll into touch so that his side could have heading ball at the scrum. It didn't, and Northern are in trouble. Rettiti sensibly coming away with the ball there. Crossed again.
A little bit of pressure on Hobbs. Hobbs a kicker here. The ball will go straight back to Hobbs. I'll put some pressure on him.
Well, they do. He doesn't get a good kick in, and it's back to Lyon. Roger Simpson trying to wrestle that ball out of Lyon's grip, and Lyon sensibly calling, I think, where was the support? Mercer.
Come on, let it go.
Cullen. Mr. Smith keeping both these two sides well apart. Now getting the open game. McGinty. Oh, good run by McGinty. Can't just get it away. Good tackle. Very good tackle by Neil Summers. But Dwayne Mann again. Warrington back to Mann. This is good rugby. Well stopped. Well stopped by Bradford number 3 there, Darryl Shelford. And I think, John, if he hadn't have intercepted, there could have been a try in the corner there.
Looked like there was a try on, Ray. They've created a few more opportunities this half, Warrington, and the game has loosened up.
The dummy. Bateman got that extra yard of pace in the middle, but just hasn't evaded the tacklers. Gary Mercer. And Warrington now trying to use this extra pace in the backs, but still not getting the vital try. Still this heroic Bradford Northern defence there, especially that front row with Hobbs, Noble and Hamer tackling in the midfield. Thomas. That's a good kick by O'Sullivan. Wilkinson's under it. He's lost it. It's anybody's ball. And that's another 6 tackles. Yes, it came off Ian Wilkinson. So Warrington still under pressure. And a good kick. That really is a bad play, the ball by Gary Mercer, allowing John Pendlebury to kick at the ball. And really, John, that's 3 times we've seen John Pendlebury interfere quite legitimately to play the ball.
Yeah, and Bradford have picked up another scrum against the feet, so, you know, it comes back to that good scrummaging that Bradford do.
Elementary mistakes there at the play the ball from Warrington, allowing Bradford to come back. But still Warrington in the lead, just those 2 David Lyon penalties, 4 points to 2. That's a good ball to Simpson. Can't take it.
They're under quite a bit of pressure here, Bradford, and they got out of trouble last time by, by coming up with a win against the feet in the scrum. But the chances are not very good that they'll win this one, and it's going to be good pressure. Here they go to move the ball across the field. They string a few passes together. It's a real long ball. It's a ball that should have been caught too. You know, it's a bad mistake, and Warrington is certainly going to mount some good attack in this. You know, it's a time like this when I think a try's about to happen.
Warrington pack, lighter pack, under some pressure, considerable pressure, but they get that ball to O'Sullivan. Bateman. Ellis. Harman still now then. Here's a chance for Bateman again. Back to Dwayne Mann. Not a knock on, it was behind him. But the question is here, can Bradford Northern hang on? Intense pressure here from this Warrington back division. 15 minutes gone in this second half. Lost it. A soon as it looks as if Warrington are on the rack, as if Bradford are on the rack, Warrington let them off with a slip.
Get away! Dino!
The pitch beginning to cut up a little now. The problem is, John, that Bradford can't really get away from this line, can they?
No, they're under a lot of pressure, and you know, it'll surprise me if they'll get out of this. If they'll get out of this this sort of pressure without having some points scored against them.
Hobbs, it's caught in the pressure, and that is the handover. That is the handover on the sixth tackle. That's the pressure we were talking about. Warrington driving in now to Mercer. McGinty, what a fine game was this lad, Billy McGinty had. If any forwards have made the break in midfield, he has. Sensibly, Mr. Smith stopped play there. I think he felt that Billy McGinty was badly injured. One of the many forwards in this Warrington back from amateur game.
Yeah, here's McGinty just taking the ball straight up. It's he's got good evasion here, a little bit of an in and away, and comes in late there. But you know, there doesn't seem to be too much wrong with him. I think he'll be back up and into the game.
Well, it looks as if it could be a rib injury. The Warrington physiotherapist just checking possibly rib cartilage or knock to the side there.
Yeah, he's bringing the ball up again. It could be that Warrington are using this time to set something up as well, Ray. I think I wouldn't put that beyond a few of the coaches in the league.
Would we put it beyond you, John?
They seem to have some nice formation out here, though, and they do look like they're setting up for something. So they've been down there a long time, and something usually gives.
But I think definitely a rib injury. And there is a move to Harmon. And Bradford been under intense pressure for this half, but still Warrington can't get over that try line. Still just the 2 goals, 4 points to 2 the difference. O'Sullivan again, little run around. Cullen, that's a good ball to Tony Thornley. Oh, he looked for support, he was looking for Sullivan. 6 yards from this northern line, and is it play on again? It is. And Warrington come up with it, but not 6 tackles. The handover adjudges Mr. Smith. Although it hit a Bradford Northern player, he's adjudging that Bradford did not play the ball, and you must make an intention to play the ball. You cannot have a side who just kick the ball at a player's legs. Knock on. Well, Mr. Smith says no, and he's nearer than I am. And a penalty. A penalty against Gary Mercer, I think, for an alleged punch there in the tackle.
Yeah, often those things happen out of frustration too. I thought they got a bad call, Ray, as you called it. I thought there was a definite knock on there, but the referees do make mistakes. And then we find that Bradford get a penalty straight after, so two breaks to Bradford.
And again, when a side is on attack for so long, you have to score, because games very often swing away from you. Sides do come back, but not like that. Still Northern in possession. 20 minutes gone now in the second half, 20 minutes remaining. Still a hard tussle there amongst the forwards. No quarter asked, no quarter given. Just goal kicks. Bradford's David Hobbs 1 and Lyon 2 for Warrington. Alex, I just wonder how anybody on the benches there foresee any way to break down the defences and the hard tackling?
Well, we get a feeling here, Ray, that really Warrington should have 2 tries on the board now, and Clive Griffiths, you must be getting a little bit worried. Surely your side should have turned the screw by now.
Well, we certainly should have taken 1 or 2 chances, and we're still creating. Again, we've just got to keep plugging away, and hope that we finish one of these moves off.
Well, the one good thing about it, Clive, is that you put a lot of pressure in, and surely Bradford, it's taking a lot out of Bradford.
Well, let's hope so, and you know, if you put pressure on the team and keep them down there, then it should pay off. Let's hope it does for us.
Well, you've got it, Ray. There's a few nervous men down here. I think Clive's looking very relaxed, but he's got a few problems, I can assure you.
Dwayne Mann looked for support, but that was good play by Pendlebury. Now then, what will Warrington do on this 5th tackle? The little chip. Well taken by Wilkinson. He read that well. He was in the right place, just at the right time. And Bradford Northern breathe again. As Clive Griffiths was saying, Warrington plugging away. But Bradford holding on. Mr. Smith again shouting to the players. He wants to quick play the ball. He wants all action. We're getting it, but we're just not getting the try. No relief. Forster has plenty of speed. This lad Mark Forster had a very bad shoulder injury, but now back at his best. Ellis likes the rough and tumble, this Welsh lad. Number 7, Kevin Ellis. Good ball to Harman. Just needed another play on his outside there, coming short. O'Sullivan. Mercer. John, just looking at Warrington, would you sort of change any tactics, or you know, to get this try?
I think Warrington's main problem to me is that they tighten up once they get inside that 22 area. They seem to be able to move the ball around really, you know, without much problems outside. But once they get in that good attacking zone, they freeze a little bit. And their best attack comes outside the 22-metre zone, where it should come inside the 22-metre zone.
And there, I think, is a little mental freezing, if you can have such a thing. They forgot the 6th tackle. Oh, and a good run by Eatey, but a good tackle by Paul Cullen. And can Bradford come back now in this final quarter? Paul Medley. At last, the Bradford Northern supporters give them something to shout. Pendlebury. These 2 second rows for Warrington put in some tackling. Mercer and McGinty. Hobbs again. Was looking to kick and then thought better of it. Pendlebury does elect to kick, but straight to Lyon. Not had a lot of work to do, David Lyon, but what he has done, he's performed creditably. Oh, that was badly taken there by Harman. Case of a forward coming a little bit too early, John, onto the ball.
Well, it will be, but we'll see what happens now, because this will be the first occasion that that Bradford have had the ball. Here he comes. He overruns the pass, actually, and it's a very bad pass from dummy half. But now the chance comes for Bradford to attack.
And Itchy to put the ball in. He has the head and feed. Scrums pretty even. Oh, the kick by Summers. It's a chase. He caught him out now then. Has Ellis obstructed? No. Mr. Smith, the judge is not. Bradford come up with the ball. Very clever play there by Summers. He saw that Lyon, the fullback, was out of position. Now, Bradford's turn to attack. Can they make better use of the ball? Hobbs. "15 minutes left now in this Regal Trophy final. Warrington just 2 points in the lead, 4 points to 2. And Ellis comes up with it. The real battler, this lad, number 7. McGinty sensibly settling things down, steadying Warrington's nerve. £30,000 to the winners, £16,000 to the losers. But I think the club's more interested in the trophy itself and the prestige. This tackle is fierce, John.
Yeah, Paul Medley's just come up with a couple of real bone jarrers there. He saw the man coming one out and he came out of his defensive position, and they were full-blooded shoulder charge. They were good tackles.
Dwayne Mann. Here Wilkinson again. But a good tackle by Alan Bateman. A good kick must be followed up by the chasers. Phil Halliwell. Not had much to do since he came on as a substitute. Medley, Paul Medley, having a good game here, of course. No stranger to Headingley, used to play for Leeds. Hobbs looking to get the ball away, he does. To Hamer. Summers. Suddenly beginning to come to life, this Neil Summers, John.
Yeah, he's a pretty handy player.
And that's a good kick, that's a pretty handy kick from John Pendlebury again. Pendlebury and Hobbs, the two principal kickers.
This is one of those scrums again, Ray, where Bradford will go for the big push and see if they can get a scrum against the feet.
Well, let's see if this lighter Warrington pack can hold on. 9 scrums each, and there is the push, but Warrington have it. Ellis clinging for grim relief to that ball. Just 10 yards now from this Warrington line, and it's Warrington grimly hanging on to the 2 points lead. Foster. Good run by Foster. Mann, Mercer. That would have been a risky pass from Neil Harmon. And here we see one of the problems that when a side get themselves contained in the 25, it's so difficult to kick out of it. Wilkinson. Oh, good run. Good ball to Noble. Now then, Summers again. Oh, that's a superb ball to Derek Cornwell. He's got some space. But a good tackle again by number 7 there, Kevin Ellis. Good cover tackle. But Bradford now putting things together. 2 good long passes there. Medley. Think it should have gone out. Pendlebury again. Simpson. And it's Warrington's turn to tackle now. Alec, this game now swinging from one side to the other, and again it's this big Bradford pack coming into it.
Well, I've got Terry Hudson down here now, and really there's a little bit of excitement on the bench. Terry, I think you'll be happy with the score, but because I think Warrington's left you off the hook a couple of times.
Quite so. They've had all the territory this half. We've rarely been in their half. At present, we must get the ball out that little bit wide and hit them on the fringes. Because I'm afraid there's nothing for us around that block defence area.
Well, I think you're putting a little bit more pressure on Warrington, but I wonder will those chances that Warrington have missed will cost them in the end, because it's anybody's game up to now.
It could be. I mean, the amount of possession and the territorial advantage they've had, they should have put something on the board. And far too many times you see teams do this, come away with nothing, and they finish up losing games with it.
Well, only time will tell. Thank you.
And the time that will tell is 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. It's Warrington in the lead. Bateman to Drummond. No way through. Been some good tackling performances here this afternoon, especially from the 2 scrum halves, Itty and Ellis. Drummond. Good run by Drummond. Oh, he can't go all the way. And the handover. Good run by Des Drummond, the skipper there.
This is why you see some of the little guys now, Ray, are starting to get out of dummy half and make the breaks, and the big fellas have pounded away for a long time, and that's why rugby league's such a good game. You know, there's a place in the game for everybody, and the little guys now seem to be the ones that are doing the damage.
They're certainly trying to do the damage around these rucks, these four half-backs. And there is one, Neil Summers. That's a good ball, but not taken. Darryl Shelford missed it. Poor Gerald Cordell, it was on the floor for him. But it was well intended by Neil Summers, but too low for this Welshman.
Yeah, it's a nice little run around here. He comes around. It's a 2-on-1 situation. It's a nice long cut-out pass, and it just goes to ground, and there's a fumble at the end of it. Here's some more pressure for Bradford because there's a penalty, and again we'll see Warrington attacking from deep in the Bradford half.
Now then, David Lyon to put to touch, and that's a good kick. Just the right position for Warrington to launch an attack. Will we see a couple of drives first in an attempt to bring the pack in? I think we will. There's the first drive. And a good one too from Arman.
Probably going to set up here, Ray, for an inside pass off number 9, off the dummy half. Just look for an inside ball here. There's one.
O'Sullivan. Well covered. I think both these two coaches, Hobbs and Johnson, have certainly looked at videos of both sides play. Mercer. Ellis. Almost begin to wonder, John, is it worth a drop goal just to
break things up?
An extra point and break things up, as you say.
Well, it could be, but you know, just get the feeling that Warrington, they've got to get over that line soon. They've played down here for a lot of time, and I don't think the try's far away.
Ellis elected to run it. Oh, beautiful ball to Harman. He hasn't got the support. Oh, that was a magnificent piece of rugby. A sack ploy. Completely fooled Bradford, with the exception of John Pendlebury there. But if Warrington had had another player there, that would have been a try. But of course, Warrington will be content to stay down here. They are in the lead by 4 points to 2. Just 7 minutes remaining. Summers. Bradford finally trying to get away from here. We've had some very low-scoring finals in the past. In fact, Bradford were involved in one way back in '75 when they beat Widnes by 3 points to 2. But here, on the end of a vital 2 points and a penalty. Now then, could this give Warrington that extra edge? Jim Smith insisting that the Warrington player was held back by a player in an offside position.
Here's Gary Mercer taking the ball up. It's a good tackle here. They put him onto the ground, but as we'll see, Gary Mercer gets to his feet first, and the rule states that the player must be directly and immediately in front of him. As you can see here, Gary Mercer hasn't, when he gets up, hasn't got a marker, plays the ball forward with the foot, and number 7 is in an offside position.
Yes, Brett Ity in an offside position. He must be facing the person who plays the ball. So, David Lyon for his so David Lyon then looking for his third goal. And he finds it. Huge roar from behind those posts, a hint of a grin on David Lyon's face, but certainly more than hints of smiles on those Warrington fans as Warrington increased the lead 6 points to 2 now. And of course it does mean that if Bradford scored a try they would have to convert, so a little more breathing space for Warrington. And just 5 minutes remaining. Will we see that try? I said right at the beginning, John, I thought it would be low scoring, but I didn't think it would be as low scoring as this.
No, right, starting to look like an Australian scoreline. I don't know whether we need that here in British Rugby League. 6-2, very low score.
And an Australian says that.
We need some more tries.
Mark Thomas then, keeping this ball tight now for Warrington. Back to Lyon. That's a good switch to Ellis. Oh, and that's a punishing kick there from Kevin Ellis. Testing, tempting Cordell to go for the ball, and of course, if he had have touched it, it would have been head and ball at the scrum for Warrington.
Both these sides, there's a lot of pressure on the kicker here, and they do a nice little switch, and it's a good long kick. But Wigan have played both these teams in the past. We found it very hard to score against them, so players and coaches deserve a compliment for the way they've set up the defences in both teams.
Only 3 better defences than Warrington in Division 1, so testimony to the organisation of coach Brian Johnson. And Bradford really have got to move this ball out. They do, to Helliwell, with a good crunching tackle again by wire skipper Drummond. And a penalty, yes, yes. Had a good game, Jim Smith, his first major trophy. 8 years as a Grade 1 referee. Been very keen around the play of the ball. And quite rightly too. Well taken by Lyon.
That's a big error. It's a real big error.
O'Sullivan. Good ball to Foster. Just 2 minutes left. Warrington in the lead. 6 points to 2. A battle there between Cordell and Foster. But Warrington, I think, going for the try. Ellis. He gets away. To Bateman now then. This lad Bateman's got some speed. But a good tackle again by Simpson. Had a good defensive game in the centre. Mercer.
Come on, get up, come on.
Seconds ticking away here. O'Sullivan, he's got Thomas with him. He's going for the line. It's there. It's there. That's the try. That's broken Bradford Northern's hearts. Sent the wild supporters into raptures. Brilliant break by Chris O'Sullivan. Excellent support play. And the try there for Mark Thomas.
Well, it's good long balls between the halfbacks. The ball comes to Chris O'Sullivan. A defensive player here comes up too early, which allows Chris O'Sullivan to get in the back of him. And then a great step, good step. He had to score the try, beats a couple of players, and it's a great try. That's a try we've been looking for. Here's O'Sullivan here. Now, if you watch outside him, you'll see a defensive player come up too quick, which allows Chris O'Sullivan to get in the back of number 11 there. Hits a straight runner. Good step to beat the fullback. Mark Thomas has got to do a fair bit. He gets over the line. It's a great try. Good rugby league. Here we see it again. A very long pass to Chris O'Sullivan. Number 11 comes up too quick there. Allows O'Sullivan in the back. A good step off the left foot. He's still got to score the try. Powers up. Great try to Mark Thomas.
And I think it was the length of that pass from Kevin Ellis that really opened the field, didn't it, John?
Yeah, as a coach, Ray, I go back a little bit further and have a look at that penalty that Bradford received a minute beforehand. They didn't kick the ball out, which allowed Warrington the counter-attack.
So, David Lyon now looking for his fourth goal. No pressure on him now. I think we can see that as the ball goes firmly between those posts. 12 points to 2 now for Warrington, and the Regal Trophy firmly on its way back over the Pennines to Lancashire for the 6th consecutive year. Mark Thomas substitutes. His family have seen good service at Warrington. His father, a player in the 60s and the 70s. There's the hooter, and there's number 12, Billy McGinty. Delight on his face. I don't suppose he knows yet that he's the man of the match, but how nice to see a forward in a major tournament and final being given that man of the match. Only a young lad and a great future in the game. Warrington might have had the threat of relegation problems hanging over them this season, but their form in recent weeks has moved the storm clouds gathering over Wilderspool. This win, the 4th Regal Trophy win, and the first for 10 years, and we have race stubs down there, I think, somewhere amidst all the excitement.
Brian, many congratulations. A great second half. Your thoughts on that game?
As a spectacle, it's probably fairly poor. There wasn't that much attack done, and both sides made a lot of mistakes. In the second half, we sort of dominated territory, you know, and Bradford never really looked dangerous, you know, never really looked like they were going to break out of their area. So I guess with the lead we had at half-time, we were sort of always looked like we were going to win, although it only takes, you know, half a second.
How important is this win to Warrington?
Oh, I mean, to win a trophy is great, you know. We've had a poor start to the season, although we've improved over the last month and a half, you know. Players have worked very hard and deserve the result.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And a very important trophy indeed, as we can see from the enthusiasm of those fans. As I said, it's been worrying times at Wilderspool lately, but their form in recent weeks has certainly been as good, if not better, than any in the game. This, their 4th Regal Trophy win, but their first for 10 years. I don't think it'll do them any harm. And a cheque for £30,000 to the winners, and there we see Des Drummond now about to go up to receive the Regal Trophy from Mr. Hookman, the trading director of Imperial Tobacco. Well deserved by Warrington. And David Lyon, who only 48 hours ago was lying in his hospital bed here at Headingley now, delighted, and thankfully no serious damage to his eyes. Chris O'Sullivan, all the way from Australia, a grand final winner. Mark Forster, one of the few here in this Warrington side, played before, tasted defeat in 1987 against Wigan. Good performance, John, from Warrington.
It was a good performance. It was very low scoring, which I said it's just as hard in this game to play good defence as it is to show good attack. So both teams, you know, they deserve a bit of credit for their defence. It's been excellent throughout the Regal Trophy, and Kevin Ellis, one winner on the big games.
And so the first major trophy of this rugby league season goes to Warrington. Warrington 12, Bradford Northern 2.